Have you ever set a big, ambitious goal? Maybe to lose weight, write a book, or learn a new language. You start with a huge burst of motivation, convinced this time will be different. But then, life happens. Motivation fades, and a few weeks later, you find yourself right back where you started, feeling defeated. What if the problem isn't you, but your system? Today, we're building a new one, based on the principles from James Clear's Atomic Habits and Welcome, fellow book lovers. This book is about the power of tiny, almost invisible improvements. James Clear calls these atomic habits. An atomic habit is a small change that, when repeated, becomes the source of incredible power. The math is simple but staggering. If you get just 1% better each day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better. It's the compound interest of self-improvement. We often expect progress to be linear, but the real power of habits is in the compounding. The results seem to explode overnight, but they are the product of months of tiny, consistent actions. N-N-S-O. How do we build these habits? Clear gives us a 4-step framework called the habit loop. Cue, craving, response, and reward. To master it, we follow 4 laws of behavior change. NNTHE first law is to make it obvious. Our habits are triggered by cues in our environment. To build a good habit, the cue must be impossible to miss. A powerful technique for this is habit stacking. The formula is, after I, current habit, I will, new habit. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. You are linking your desired habit to one that's already wired into your brain. Another tool is environment design. If you want to read more, put a book on your pillow, not on a bookshelf. Make the cues for your good habits a visible part of your world. To break a bad habit, you invert the law, make it invisible. If you want to stop eating junk food, get it out of your house. If you waste time on your phone, move distracting apps off your home screen. Reduce exposure to the cues that trigger your bad habits. NNTHE second law is to make it attractive. The more appealing a habit is, the more likely we are to adopt it. Our brains are wired to desire things that feel good. We can use this to our advantage with a method called temptation bundling. This is where you pair an action you want to do with an action you need to do. For instance, I can only listen to my favorite podcast while I'm exercising. Or, I can only watch my favorite Netflix show after I've done my studying. You're linking instant gratification to the habit you're trying to build. Another way to make habits attractive is to join a culture where your desired behavior is the norm. We are heavily influenced by the people around us. If you want to get fit, join a group class. If you want to read more, join a book club. To break a bad habit, you invert the law. Make it unattractive. Reframe your mindset. Instead of thinking, I get to smoke, focus on the reality. You're damaging your lungs and aging your skin. Highlight the benefits of avoiding the bad habit to make it deeply unappealing. Now for the third and perhaps most critical law, make it easy. We are naturally wired to follow the path of least resistance. The more energy a habit requires, the less likely we are to do it. The secret here is the 2-minute rule. When you start a new habit, It must take less than 2 minutes to do. Read before bed becomes read 1 page. Do 30 minutes of yoga becomes take out my yoga mat. The point isn't to get results in those 2 minutes. The point is to master the art of showing up. It's so easy, you can't say no. This builds the root of the habit, and once you've started, it's much easier to continue. You should also prime your environment to reduce friction. Lay out your gym clothes the night before. To break a bad habit, you invert this law, make it difficult. Increase the friction. Want to watch less TV? Unplug it after each use and put the remote in another room. The more steps you add between you and the bad habit, the less likely you are to do it. And finally, the 4th law, make it satisfying. For a habit to stick, we need to feel successful. The problem is, many good habits have a delayed reward. The benefit of going to the gym today won't be visible for weeks. Our brains, however, crave immediate gratification, so we must create it. One of the best ways is with a habit tracker. Get a calendar and put an X on every day you complete your habit. This simple act is visually satisfying. It creates a chain, and your only job becomes don't break the chain. It provides immediate evidence of your progress. To break a bad habit, the inverse is to make it unsatisfying. Get an accountability partner. Make a pact that if you skip a workout, you have to pay them $10. The immediate pain of the consequence will outweigh the fleeting pleasure of the bad habit. Now, you can apply these 4 laws to anything. But there's one core concept that ties it all together. Focus on identity, not outcomes. Many of us start with goals like, I want to lose 20 pounds. Clear suggests we flip this. Start with who you wish to become. The goal is not to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. The goal is not to write a book. The goal is to become a writer. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. When you run, even for 5 minutes, you cast a vote for, I am a runner. These atomic habits aren't just about getting results. They are about building a new identity, NNSO. The secret is to forget goals and focus on systems. It's about making tiny 1% improvements every day. Make good habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Make bad habits invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. Most importantly, remember that every action you take is a vote for the person you are becoming. NNMY question to you is, what is one atomic habit you are going to start today? Not tomorrow. Today. It can be as simple as putting your running shoes by the door or reading 1 single page. Let me know in the comments below. If you found this valuable, please like and subscribe for more deep dives into life-changing books. Thank you for watching, and start building.